Hi, so I wanted to talk about a quick thing you can do with source engine maps, and that is the effect, to borrow the terminology from Pen and Coag for his Mario 64 stuff, is that you can clone map brushes, because every single brush-based entity is assigned a model. You can see it with this ent text that has a model with a star next to it. This is model number 1. This was originally model number 2, but I changed its model to number 1 in the BSP with a text editor. And this has the effect of cloning decals on every copy of that model. And ordinarily, you cannot do your spray on them, which is very sad because it's a brush-based entity. I always wanted to put sprays on them. But yeah, another side effect is that it also will retain the same lighting. I have a light next to this brush. You can see it's the same exact lighting. And to prove it, I also put a copy of this brush inside of this completely pitch black room. It has the decals from earlier. It's also completely lit up. Despite the fact that there's no lights in here, you can see my player model is just pitch black completely. Even in third person, pitch black. But it's still inheriting the lighting from its original copy of itself over there. However, I did learn that there are some brush-based entities that do allow for sprays on them. Those would be whooooole, a gold source entity that on the wiki page says this is obsolete, don't use it. However, you can have sprays on it. Another entity that works is whooooole toggle, but I want to clone this one real quick. So I just spawned it in with vscripts, and now I can clone sprays. One side effect of this is, unfortunately, that you can only spray on the original copy of the entity. If I try to spray on this one, nothing happens. But if it's the originally placed one, you can spray on it all you want. Works right here too. Quick aside is that for brushes, you can put info decals on them and they'll still work. Oh, whoops. I guess I put it at 0, 0, 0. But this is the same entity. I'll even put an info decal on it live. I missed. Alright, there's a scout head on top of it. You can see it appeared over there too. So yeah, for any brush-based entity that is not a whooooole or whooooole toggle, you can duplicate decals this way. A fun interaction I thought of is maybe you can make someone draw a map that is later displayed on the floor or something. The main thing I want to show is just the spray idea. The spray thing is so cool. And so here's a billboard. Here's an idea I had of it. Like, oh yeah, I'll put this spray on this wall, like either, I don't know, dev room or from one spawn to the other. And so let's take it. Let's clip into itself, so we're seeing the Z fighting there. But one downside of these whooooolles and whooooole toggles is that they don't have a origin key value in Hammer and also when they're placed in the map. So if you ever try to rotate them, they are rotated along 0, 0, 0 in the map. So you can see that with CL show pos, I'm at around 700x, a 90y. But when I go over here, now that it's rotated 180 degrees, it's now at negative 700x and like negative 80y. So, but yeah, you can see my spray's still there. I've already pre-calculated an origin for it. So like, oh yeah, wow. Like imagine just having an area in the map where you can put your spray and you can just have it appear on a billboard somewhere. I also thought it would be neat to have this for a spray wall on stuff like Ethosaurus maps or Shrimps maps and stuff. It should just be neat to have. The biggest downside is that you can only spray on the original copy, so you can't have a spray wall that is global throughout the map because you can only spray on the original one. Just won't show up. It's kind of sad. But yeah, you'd have to. Basically your options are for cloning stuff is you can spawn stuff using vscripts. You can also just edit the text file or edit the map in a text editor is another option. So yeah, just a quick little thing. Wanted to show off.